morning, it's Fay here from Nalini Yoga. If you've just stumbled upon this by accident, take a look, you might like it. It's yoga with a little bit of philosophy and sometimes a little bit of self-help thrown in. And the reason I teach like that is because it always helps me. You know, every class I do is relevant for what's going on in my life, but feedback I've had from my students is that it's really helped them. And so today we're going to talk about change, life changes, and we're going to be doing some heart openers and some twists and a few other things. But this really is important for me because I'm going through some major changes at the moment, and kind of come to the realisation that you have to embrace change. If you try to keep to the status quo, that's when you start to suffer. Okay, and also when I look back at the past and I've seen things that have changed and things that I've not wanted to change, it's actually been the best thing that's ever happened. So let's begin. So let's just take our arms out. We're in a seated comfortable position, closing off the thumbs, bring the hands together and just begin to circle the wrists. I guess this is going to be around 30 minutes, okay, so make sure you've got a good 30 minutes. And then we'll just circle around the other way. Doing these wrist exercises is really important. And then we're going to bring the fingertips together and press palms firmly together. How you doing? You okay? And then press the backs of the hands together. And then just flick. Okay? Imagine you've got some water on your fingers and you're just flicking it. And then just shake your hands out. And then raise your arms up, inhale, pressing the palms up, and then exhale, bringing the arms around the back and interlocking the fingers. Now this is the first chest opener, so we're going to just pull the chest muscles open, knuckles are drawing down towards the mat, and then we're going to release, taking the right arm down, raising the left arm up, and then making a nice side stretch here. Keeping both sit bones firmly rooted down. Take a big breath in. Maybe look up towards the palm of the hand. Draw the navel in towards the spine and then exhale, bring that arm back down. And then over to the other side. Inhale, raising, right arm up and over the top. Feeling the body beginning to open. And if you know the Ujjayi breath, then you can breathe the victory breath. And exhale. And then just lift the shoulders, inhale. Exhale, release down. And then just rolling the head from one side to the other side. And then maybe taking a look up, making sure all the muscles supporting the neck feel good. And then taking a look down. And then just releasing and coming onto our hands and onto our knees. Okay, so I'm beginning to warm up. So placing the palms down underneath the shoulders, spread the fingers, tuck the toes underneath and come into Adho Mukha Svanasana, the down facing dog. So just moving your hips from one side to the other side and pressing one heel down. It's always a really good, nice thing to do for a little down dog stretch, maybe rocking the whole body back and forth. Pressing the left heel down, inhale, just raise the right leg and open out to the side a little bit. Okay, and exhale, release the right foot down. Inhale, we're going to raise the left leg and open into the groin. And exhale, release back down onto our knees. And let's just move the spine. We're doing a little bit of cat and cow. So we're going to inhale, take a look up for cow. And then exhale, round the spine for angry cat. And inhale, take a look up. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, really round the spine, separate the shoulder blades, and then pull back. Move the left hand forward. Take the left knee behind the left hand so it's in line. Take the right foot behind you, raise the right arm. So this becomes side cat stretch. And we can start to take that right arm all the way over the top. And then bring it back. Maybe lean the weight into the left knee. Right leg lifts. If you want, you can bend, grab the foot, give the leg a little pull. Release gently back. And then bring the right hand down. Okay, and then we're moving over to the other side. So I can't see you now. And I'm trusting that you're balancing well as the left arm's in the air. And maybe bend the back leg, grab the foot, give that leg a little pull, and release back down. So just come to sit in kneeling position now, clasping the hands behind you, really working on squeezing the shoulder blades together at the back. And this kind of opens up the energy at the front, so when change is happening, we tend to close off, protect ourselves, and we are creatures of resistance, so we resist change through fear of the unknown, maybe. So we're going to open out the knees, we're going to take our arms forward, keep your hands shoulder distance, maybe let the elbows become soft if you need to. If you've got any issues with your neck, you can bring your forehead down, otherwise it's chest and chin. And we're just literally allowing the heart to melt down to the earth. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Big breath in. Exhale. And then just bring yourself forward carefully into Sphinx pose. Feet a little closer together. Forearms shoulder width. And we're grabbing the mat with our fingers and we're pulling forward to create length in the lower back. We'll lower down onto the first few ribs and then slide the hands back towards the lower ribs, and we can lean forward in Cobra and then just gently, gently, gently bring ourselves into full Cobra. If that's for you, otherwise just stay with bent elbows. Okay, so bring the feet a little closer together and maybe move the shoulders around from side to side. And then pull back, tuck the toes underneath and press into your down facing dog. And walk the feet forward towards the hands, inhale. And as you exhale, make a fist with both hands and just pull your body down. Allow yourself to hang out here for a moment. So we're really squeezing into Uddiyana, the lower belly. We're pulling in the muscles here. Okay, and we're going to hang loose. Maybe just shake the legs out. Allow the hands to come down. Move your head maybe from one leg to the other leg. Bending the knees. Interlace the fingers behind the back. And take your arms all the way over the top into seal pose. Now when you do this, I want you to bend the knees and pull the tummy muscles in. And then just pull yourself up through the chest. Squeeze the glutes. And then raise your arms all the way up. Next to your ears, maybe beyond your ears. And then bring yourself into Tadasana, the mountain pose. Okay, so coming towards the front part of the mat now. Take the hands to the heart space. Lifting the sternum. Tucking the tailbone, feet together. Set an intention to embrace change and not to worry and not to stress about all of the things in life that you can't control. Okay, just trust that you'll have exactly what you need. And we'll begin. So we're going to inhale, raise your arms, arch back a little bit. And then as you exhale, bend the knees, scoop the belly in and come into a deep forward fold. Inhale, look forward, come onto your fingertips. And as you exhale, just step right leg back into lunge, step left leg back into plank. Slowly come down or hover. Inhale, roll or step over toes. And then exhale, pull back into down facing dog. Pressing the left heel down, inhale, raise the right leg and open out into the groin again. And as you exhale, bring the knee to the nose. Inhale, raise that right leg. And exhale, release the foot down. Inhale, left leg rises. Open out into the groin, open the hip. And then exhale, bring the knee to the nose. Inhale, leg rises. And exhale, release the foot down. Now, coming into down facing dog, take a big breath in through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. Looking to your hands. Inhale, stepping the feet forward, take a look up. And then exhale, come into the deep forward fold. Inhale, rising, look up to your hands. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Inhale, raise your arms. Now bend your knees and just take your arms next to your ears, tucking the tailbone, creating a straight line with the arms. This is a variation of awkward chair, Utkatasana. Bring your hands down, bring yourself into a deep forward fold, pull that tummy in. Inhale, look forward. Now place the hands down, exhale, try to jump into plank and then softly come down, Chaturanga. Inhale into up facing dog and exhale, down facing dog. Inhale, raise the right leg and as you exhale, take the foot forward, climb up the front leg. Come into crescent lunge. Okay, clasp hands behind your back. Open that heart space. Inhale. Exhale, take a lunge. Raise your arms right up there next to your ears. Inhale. Exhale, press into the back heel. Drop the back heel and open out into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Raising the right arm. Inhale, just arch back just a little bit. And then exhale, straighten right leg, coming into triangle pose. Okay, now just wrap left arm around the ribs, around the thigh. And again, just try and roll the torso open. Take a look up. Releasing right arm, bending right knee, coming back into Virabhadrasana. Turning onto back toes, coming back into crescent lunge. Pressing into that back heel and then taking the hands carefully back down and stepping back into Adho Mukha, down facing dog. Step the feet back and come forward into high plank. Demonstrate strength by hovering in Chaturanga and then inhale, step or roll over toes. Now drop the thighs down, look up and then exhale, pull back into down facing dog. Now inhale, the left leg's rising. As you exhale, take the foot forward and then come up into crescent lunge. Clasp the hands behind the back. Open the heart space. Inhale. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, raise your arms. Feel that opening. And then as you exhale, drop the back heel and open out into Virabhadrasana. I like that word. Warrior 2. Left palm up and over, reverse, open into the side, and then straighten the left leg as you slide down the ankle. Raise the right arm, take it around the back, and open up into the chest again. And then just release the right arm up. Take a look up. Bending the left knee, coming back into Virabhadrasana, turning onto back toes, back into crescent lunge, and then just placing hands down and stepping back into down facing dog. So again, strong practice is good to feel strong in the body and the mind. We come down, inhale up. Maybe just exhale, come into child's pose for a moment. I'm just going to change the camera angle so you stay in your child's pose, and we'll just see if we can just drop it down a little bit. Not too much. Okay, so then we're in our child's pose. We're going to come back into down facing dog. Inhale, raise that right leg again. And exhale as you come forward, coming back into crescent lunge. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up, 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 up. And then exhale, bring the hands behind the back in reverse prayer. Or just place the palms, just grab hold of your forearms. So reverse prayer with the fingers going up towards the neck. Now straighten the right leg. Come onto the heel of the back leg as you fold down the right leg, coming into pyramid or Parsvattanasana. Try and bring left shoulder down so the shoulders are level. Drishti towards the toes. And then bring the hands down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, deep stretch over that right hamstring. Now we're going to lift the left leg. The hips are square. Bending right knee slightly, taking hands to heart space. This is a variation of Warrior 3. If you're feeling strong in your back, you can take your arms forward. Otherwise, stay. Whoops, wobbling now. Trying to keep an eye on the frame. Take the hands down, step the left leg back, coming into crocodile lunge, kind of one of my favourite poses. This is where you really want to try and drop the weight of the hip down. You can drop the left knee down and turn the right foot out to the side and just drop the weight in, and again, once again, we're opening out. Take that right arm back. Come back, grab the foot and look up over right shoulder. Just try and feel that heart opening. And then slowly come back. Bring the legs back, tuck the toes underneath and press back into your down facing dog. Inhale, raising the left leg. And then exhale, taking the foot forward. And coming up into crescent lunge. Try to keep it flowing. This is where the chakras start becoming free. We're spinning and energy is starting to flow through us. And then, we start to think about the stress and the worry of change. It doesn't seem to have the same effect, okay? So, taking your hands behind your back into reverse prayer. Bring the back leg slightly forward so both heels are grounded. Inhale, take a little look up, and then exhale into your forward fold. So using breath, using drishti, help to strengthen up the elements of the mind. If you know about the 8 limbs, yoga really isn't about the poses, it's about the mind and the quality of your thoughts. Okay, so we just release the hands down onto the ground and lift the right leg. Square the hips, square the shoulders. Hands can stay at heart center or go forward. The rishi is down. And then bring the hands down inside the foot, coming into lizard lunge. I like to move around here just to get the blood flowing into the hip area. Softly drop back knee. Take the left arm back. If you can grab your foot, grab your foot. You could always use a belt. Wrap around the ankle. And just see how that feels. Okay, so we bring our hands down. Turning over to the right side, just dropping into the right hip. Kind of done it in a different order. Doesn't matter. And then we come back. And back into down facing dog. stepping one of your legs forward so you're still facing the screen, and then just coming up into squat mode. Okay, so turn the feet out to the side. Using your hands inside the knees, start to alternate the shoulder. So just pull one shoulder down, pressing into your knees to open into your groin. The shoulders can come down. And then just come up. Okay, turning the toes forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, clasp them hands behind the back. Inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, we're folding down into Padottanasana. Taking the arms over the top, and again with time, the shoulders will start to release that tension. Bending the knees, slowly coming back. And then just literally bring your hands down, jump your feet in, and we'll come to seated. Okay, so extend the right leg forward and bring the left leg out to the side. We're going to inhale, raise the left arm, and as you exhale, reach for the outside edge of the right leg or foot. If you can reach your foot, you're going to pull forward, just gaze towards your toes. And then we're going to come up and take the left hand on the mat and lift up onto the left knee. Extend that right arm all the way over the top and then come back down. Take the hands behind the knees and lift up into boat. Knees can stay bent, but what you don't want is a rounded back. So knees bent or straight legs, arms out, gaze to toes. And if you want to work on your core, you can try doing this 5 times in your practice, okay? So instead of just doing once, like we're doing now, cross the legs, lift your bottom, go back down and do another 5, okay? And that will really make a difference to your abs. So we're coming up onto the right side now. So inhale, raise the right arm. Exhale, reaching for the outside edge of the leg or the foot. And again, we're just pulling and tweaking and opening up the elements of the lower back. And then we're going to come back, take the right hand on the mat behind us, lift up, open it out. This always reminds me of Top of the Pops years ago. Pan's people would do that lovely dance. Okay, so coming onto our knees now, just rolling the front of the mat over. Okay, so clasping hands, knees are hip distance. Make sure there's no pinching in your back. If you've got pinching in your back, just come down, release, and then try it again in a moment. Okay, so toes are tucked under. We're going to raise our arms and twist to the right. Try and take the right hand down to touch the the right heel. Keep the hips forward and just stretch into your left side. So we're not trying to go back, we're just opening into the side, literally. And then we're going to come back, raise our arms, just twist a little bit to the other side. So we just feel all of the front, the chakras, the heart, the abdomen, the solar plexus, the throat, all beginning to open nicely. So you can come into your forward fold, take a breather, coming back up again. Keep the toes tucked under, inhale, arms up, and as you exhale, take your hands behind your back, fingers push forward. Stay here, lift the chest, create space, or reach for the heels and extend the head carefully back. And then carefully come back. Traction spine, pushing onto the top of the legs and just bringing yourself into your forward fold. Carefully coming back. Feel the effects of the heart opening. And then we're just going to cross over. We're going to take right knee on top of left knee. Take the feet forward. Maybe prop yourself up on a block if your hips feel a bit tight, or proper block in between your knees. And we're just going to literally just bring ourselves forwards and down. So you've got right knee on top of left knee. The places you should be feeling this is directly in the outer hips, both hips at the same time. We're going to come up and just swap the legs around so we get left knee on top of right knee. And again, don't be phased if that knee is too high. Just work on it at your own pace. And take your time, maybe pause the video. Slowly coming up. Bring the feet together. So remember, the hips hold on to emotion, mainly fear. The abdomen holds on to strength and fear. The heart opens up and expresses love. It can very easily close down if we're stressed or worried about the future. And the important thing is to speak about it, to keep the throat chakra healthy, keep the emotions flowing healthily through the body. Okay, so we just sit here for a moment. Let's just sit here in Baddha Konasana. Today's yoga assignment is to not worry about change. Embrace change. Let tomorrow worry about tomorrow. Keep your mind and your heart present. As long as you're operating from the mindset that you have to hold all the pieces of life together, then you're blocking yourself off from receiving the biggest gift of all, which is grace. There's a lovely saying, don't sweat the small stuff, don't even sweat the big stuff. Save your sweating for the yoga mat. Don't matter what happens, don't worry. You will be okay. So now you can lie down and relax, Shavasana for a moment. Or you can stay seated with me. I just want you to savor the moment and listen. Use the muscle of your mind to align with your breathing. Savor these moments, even if they are challenging. They are still sweet. Thank you for sharing this morning's practice. I hope that's made a difference to you, and if you like what you see, you can subscribe, and I will be putting more videos up, 30-minute sessions, 15-minute sessions, maybe more. I really enjoyed that. I feel great now. So have a great day, and please send me some comments, and maybe, share how that's helped you and what you liked about it. Have a brilliant day. Thank you. Namaste.